Hello and welcome to another edition of This Week in Don's Athletics. I'm your host, Pat Olson. It's going to be an exciting night coming up Friday here on the Hilltop at War Memorial Gym. It's the Hilltop Hoops Fest, presented by Live 105 and hosted by Miles the DJ. Hey, I'm going to be on hand. It's going to be great fun inside War Memorial Gym. The event gets going at 7 o'clock. There'll be a three-point shot contest, a dunk contest, and an opportunity for students to win a trip for two to Las Vegas for the West Coast Conference postseason tournament. Again, that's this Friday on the Hilltop. I hope to see you at War Memorial Gym. Hey, basketball season is just around the corner. Well, it was a challenging week for the USF women's volleyball team as they went on the road and played against two ranked opponents on the road at Pepperdine and at BYU, and they dropped two tough 3-1 decisions. They'll now turn around on Thursday and entertain San Diego for their annual Dig Pink Night. In fact, the Side Out Foundation and the Dig Pink campaign will combine together to raise money for breast cancer research. And if you visit the concession stand on Thursday for that home match against San Diego, any dollars spent at the concession stand go right towards breast cancer research. So it's the Dons in San Diego on Thursday, and at Dons TV, we visited with head coach Gilad Duran.
Well, first, it's a great cause. We do it every year as a conference, and if you haven't been here on volleyball night when it's Dig Pink, it's going to be a great atmosphere. Everybody's going to wear pink. We'll have a little auction. The different department of USF who've been supportive to us are also helping us raise funds and through different items on the auction. So I see it as not only a great volleyball match against number 13 in the nation, USD, also as a great cause to raise awareness, especially with women's sport, and we are proud of it and very proud of our teams for participating and raising awareness and raising funds at the same time. It's always when you lose, you're looking for ways to get better. I think our main focus is now, after the first round when we were in 6 matches on the road, 2 weekends in a row, we fell a little short. I thought we could have done a better job at Pepperdine. I thought we could have done a better job at BYU. But it's behind us. Now we have 7 or 9 matches at home. So we just got to focus on what we can do and how we finish matches. And hopefully we can start this week against San Diego. In the past we have some success with them here, but every year is different. They are a very, very good team. They come in on a 10-match win streak. So it's a great challenge for us, and I think our players are going to be ready, and hopefully the crowd's going to be ready to cheer for us too.
The men's soccer team started their week off on an upbeat note as they blanked Loyola Marymount 2-0 here on Friday night at Negoesco Stadium. First-time goals from Jacob Tellerman and Jesus Del Toro gave USF the 2-0 win. Let's check out those goals and hear from both stars post-match.
We were putting pressure on their backs a lot the whole game, and they coughed up bad ball. Their outside backs were split. Just took a touch, went towards the goalie, waited for him to go down, and just popped the ball over his body. It felt great. It's the best feeling in the world. That's why I'm a forward. I strive for that feeling every day.
More on that, just bad clearance by the keeper. I saw he was about 40 yards out. Just saw that goal was wide open, so I hit it over him. Didn't really think about it. Just kind of happened. We played very well. We got our shutout, which was one of our goals. We didn't lose a lead, obviously, so we're doing well. We're completing our goals, so I'm happy with that.
It means the world to me. I mean, I've been training hard, and it's been frustrating. It's a frustrating long road. When you get injured, you have to work twice as hard to get back. And I've just been waiting for my chance, and they gave me a shot tonight, and I didn't let them down. So I'm going to enjoy it tonight. I'm going to come out tomorrow and just keep working hard.
After you scored the goal, what went through your mind? What went through your mind after you scored that goal? It was a big celebration.
I was just super excited. I actually cramped up in the celebration. People started jumping on me. My right calf cramped up. I was really excited.
Well, USF dropped a 2-0 decision to San Diego on Sunday at Negoesco Stadium. So they split their week, 1 win, 1 loss, and now they'll have lots of time to get ready for a rematch against the Toreros. Their next contest is on the road at San Diego on October 26th. The women's soccer team lost 3-1 on the road this past Thursday against number 5 BYU. But then they turned around and won at home on Sunday as they blanked Gonzaga 2-0 behind goalie Megan Connor's first shutout of the year. and goals from Mackenzie Kreiser and Josiara Mello. Don's TV caught up with Connor after the game.
Shutout and clean sheet for you. You never thought probably that you played goalkeeper too much when you entered here at USF, but now in your senior season, you are the starting goalkeeper. How does that feel?
Strange. I never saw myself a goalkeeper. I played forward my entire life, so it's been fun though, learning a new position and being able to step in when our goalkeepers are injured. So I've been having fun with it.
What does it mean for the team today to get the first West Coast Conference victory kind of out of the way here after, taking a little bit of a slide the first 3 games in conference?
It's huge. It's huge for us because I think it's just going to give us an extra push for the last half of the season. And I think we're really going to be able to come out and show what we have in our last 4 games.
The Dons hit the road again this weekend. Friday, they're on the road in Moraga to play at Bay Area rival St. Mary's. And then on Sunday, they'll head down to Los Angeles to play against Loyola Marymount. And it was a busy week for the cross-country teams as they grabbed team titles in both the men and women's events at the Bronco Invitational down in the South Bay. The women were led by Sarah Pearson's first-place finish, and the men paced by Jose Madera, who set a USF record, the fastest 8K time in the history of the University of San Francisco. So congratulations out to Jose Madera. And the cross-country teams also took part in an event out at Madison, Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Adidas Invitational, where they finished in 20th place. But that event featured 20 of the top 30 teams in the country. And Elena Burkhart led the way for USF with a 52nd place finish. Here at Don's TV, we caught up with head coach Helen Lehman-Winters.
We had a solid weekend at the Bronco Invite. Our men won the team title, which was obviously our focus going into it. We just had a good, solid team performance. We had a nice run by Jose Madera up front, and that was his fastest 8K ever and our fastest in program history. And Stephen Garboden and Ganablig Boer were not too far behind him. Gus Mena and Jared Moore were really solid in the 4-5, and Eric Kazi kind of ran the race as a workout, so we expect him to be back up in the mix of things when we get to the conference championships. But it was just a good, solid run. We've been training really hard, and we didn't really back off at all for that competition, and just pleased with how our men are progressing, and they're pretty fired up to go compete in the conference championships in a couple weeks. The Wisconsin meet was massive. I mean, there were 48 teams, so larger than what was originally scheduled, and I mean, really, it was a beast. And I think we finished 20th, which was pretty deep in the field. We were hoping for a stronger team finish, but we were not aggressive enough to compete in the top half of the field, and we learned from that experience. It was our second race of the year and our first 6K performance, and we had a few of our women went completely down at 800 meters, but we had a good split between 1 and 5, and Elena was solid up front for us with Eva not too far behind her. Alice and Maor and Kate are 3 of our women who actually fell down at 800 meters in the mass of people. So they did an excellent job of negative splitting the race and working their way from the very back of the field, up to the top 125. But it was a good performance. We know we're better than that, and really there's if you finish in the top 20 at that meet, you're a top 30 team in the country. So we're looking forward to coming back and getting after it at the conference championships, but then coming back with a much stronger team performance at the regional meet up in Seattle.
And the tennis team just hosted their Battle in the Bay Classic. That was at the California Tennis Club. It was a prestigious event with a loaded competition, including the likes of USC, Stanford, and many of the top teams in the West Coast Conference. Tennis coach Peter Bartlett wraps up that event.
It was our 4th year doing it. We had 11 schools participate this year. Very, very successful event. More sponsorship money this year. And very, very successful event for us. We had some of the top teams on the West Coast, USC, Pepperdine, had Cal, Stanford, pretty much all the big names on the West Coast. Draw was extremely competitive. And as far as the way our Dons did, we did a very good job competing. But we're also talking about some of the best teams in the country. The opportunity for us putting on the event for the next years to come is definitely in the horizon, because pretty much all those other teams have bought into the event. Had a lot of compliments on how well it was run, and the opportunity to come up to San Francisco and play top-level tennis. We're very excited about that going forward. We have the regionals next week, and we'll just see if we can grab some of the confidence. We did a very good job in doubles competing, and in singles it was a little bit mixed results. We had a couple tough losses, but we had a couple good wins. So going into the fall, and specifically the regionals next weekend, we'll just see if we can gain a little bit of confidence out of knowing that we played against the best, and then seeing if we can capitalize on that going forward.
That'll do it for another edition of This Week in Don's Athletics. And again, we hope to see you Friday inside One Memorial Gym, 7 o'clock for the Hilltop Hoops Fest. Should be a lot of fun. Hey, the basketball season is just around the corner. Again, join us each and every Wednesday for a new episode right here on usfdons.com. As always, I'm your host, Pat Olson. Thanks for watching, and go Dons!